Every single time I switch screens, this game crashes. Anyway, hello everybody. Good evening or good afternoon wherever you're at. Najumu here, and welcome to more paper perjury. So, last time around, we managed to find out who almost caused an accident to the orphanage owner. We managed to figure things out, and basically someone very, very rich is basically behind this. For now, the Eubanks aren't directly blamed towards the incident, but they're not out of the clear yet. We still have 2 more cases in order to figure out, and we'll need to actually see how they are connected to the overall plot. I'm actually pretty curious on how both of them will fare. With that said, I guess we should actually start already. Mr. Tyson. There is no Tyson in this game, Crit, but hello there, welcome. I have no idea. Well, you can check the archives for the past ones whenever you can. I already have a playlist ready. Actually, I made it earlier today, so if you feel like it, you can basically check the archives for that one. Yeah, I know you were. Don't worry about it. Okie dokie. I guess we should start. Throwing a long shot. Oh, who knows? Maybe you might find a Tyson in there. Who knows? We still have 2 cases. May 1st. Unknown. Wow, this is actually today's date. What a coincidence. This is Detective Ernest Hunt's office. I'm away from the office. Please leave a message. Hello, my daughter gave me your number. I would like to report, a murder. Oh no, we got a murder already? Well, things sure escalated. May 1st, 7:58 a.m. Missouri City Police Precinct number 5, station lobby. Ugh, so tired. I stayed up way too late last night. Oh, how I'd love a job where I didn't have to be up so early. Well, you could have, actually, if you were stayed with your father in the, well, I think it was a vegetable place? A vegetable and fruits, vendor? I'm not sure. You'll still wake up early, so... It's been about a week since I got to play detective. In the end, we had a lot of trouble building a solid case against Anton. Detective Hunt refuses to give up, though, and he's devoted himself to investigating everything he can about the man. Barely even seen him over the last week, but for all his effort, he got Anton Chambers to come in for questioning today. As for me, things have pretty much returned to normal. You can expect another long, boring day of paperwork. You're gonna jinx yourself right there, Justina. May 1st, 8 a.m. Missouri City Police Precinct number 5, station offices. Good morning, Miss Earl. I'm ready for work. Justina, what are you doing here? Should I not be here? Don't tell me I got fired already. You're supposed to be at the crime scene right now. Didn't Ernest not call you? Crime scene? What crime scene? What's going on? Oh, Ernest. You see, there's been an incident. You remember Anton Chambers, right? Of course I do. Detective Hunt has been investigating him. Why? Mr. Chambers was murdered last night. He was found dead in the morning. Oh, well. Oh boy. Well, that changes things because we potentially had Anton be responsible for, like, the entire game's events, but, well, not anymore. He's dead. What? That's... I mean, I know he wasn't the nicest guy or anything. Murdered? We just got the call this morning. He was found in an alleyway outside of Nickel and Diamond's Antiques in the Sunrise District. Hang on! That's my dad's store! Seems like you're starting to understand. You better hurry, Justina. I'm afraid your dad is one of the suspects in this case. Oh no! We were just talking about her dad. Oh gods. No, no, no! I've got to hurry! Nickel and Diamonds Antiques, 8:13 a.m. Dad! Dad, where are you? Justina? Dad, are you okay? Never mind that. What are you doing here? This is my dad, Ash Smith, owner of Nickel and Diamonds Antiques. He's a professional glassblower. This quaint store is his pride and joy. He's been running it ever since I was a kid. Okay, so I was wrong about them having a fruit stand. No, it's an antique shop. He's a little eccentric and maybe a bit clumsy, but he's totally harmless. He won't even so much as kill a fly. You think there'd be a murder here of all places, and that my dad would be wrapped up in it? Gods, please tell me this is all just a bad dream. Ah, Justy, you finally showed up. Sophie, what happened here? Please don't tell me you actually consider my dad a suspect. Whoa, 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 slow down, Justy. Let's take this one step at a time. We've just begun our investigation, so I really can't say anything for certain right now. Don't go worrying about me, Justina. This detective has been treating me fairly. Oh, but all those police running around, on the other hand, have already knocked over one of my plants. Dad, I really think we have bigger things to worry about right now. Sophie, let me join you for this investigation, please. I'll help you find evidence that proves my dad's innocence. I wouldn't have it any other way, partner. Let me just give you the rundown on what we know so far. Ooh, we got the statements already. Our victim is Anton Chambers, the president of Eubank Investments. He was found dead this morning in an alleyway behind Nickel and Diamonds Antiques. He had been here last night for a business meeting, and that was the last time he was seen alive. Our preliminary findings indicate that he died last night, and that his body had been left in the alleyway until its discovery. He was shot twice, once in his right abdominal region, and once in the chest. There are also 2 puncture wounds found on his chest. We believe the shot to the chest was the cause of death. Finally, his wallet was missing from his body, leading us to suspect that this may have been a robbery. Preliminary report. The victim's body was shot twice, once in the abdomen and once in the chest. 2 puncture wounds were found on his chest. The time of death was sometime last night on April 30th. What about the murder weapon? Were you able to find it? Not yet. The culprit must have taken it with them. We only have our preliminary findings right now, so we don't even know what model of gun it was. Wallet. Anton's wallet was missing from his body. Was the motive behind this crime robbery? We just sent his body to the coroner, so we can expect a more detailed autopsy report then. They'll be able to run tests on the bullets after the... That's okay. Spare me the details, please. Well, you can learn more about it when you read the report. Look at you, Justina. I finally get to see your police work in action. Or should I say, Officer Smith. I keep telling you, Dad, I'm not a cop. I just help out in the investigations. Which, admittedly, is pretty strange. Moving along, could you tell me about what happened? Sure can. Let me start from the beginning. Last night, Luna Hart, the owner of this building, had a meeting here to decide who would be buying the property. You know me, I'm not good at all that stuff, so I finished cleaning up the store and left. gave my keys to Luna so she could lock up the stores afterwards. When we opened the store this morning, I hadn't noticed anything unusual. But when I went to the alleyway to throw away some trash, that's when I saw a body. I got closer, and I saw Anton. He was face up in the middle of the alleyway. I knew it was him because I saw him come into the store last night. Well, I called the police right after that, and you know the rest. Mr. Smith's statement. When Ash arrived at the store this morning, he found Anton's body in the middle of the alleyway. He called the police afterwards. When I gave you Detective Hunt's number, I didn't expect you to use it so soon. You told me that you trusted him, so I thought it was best to reach him. But to my surprise, Sophie here was the one who showed up. That's because Red works in robberies. I'm the homicide detective. But back on topic. You mentioned Mr. Chambers by name. Do you know him? I've known him for years, or at least known of him. We only spoke directly for the first time last night. And why is that? Anton was looking to buy back the store. He and another fellow came here last night to try and buy the store from Luna. The meeting had ended at around 7 p.m., but I left shortly afterwards. Worried that something must have happened to him right after he left. We can't rule that out yet. We still have some investigating to do. But for now, you weren't the last to see him before he died. Is Detective Hunt around? Sue told me he tried to call me. I think this is best discussed elsewhere. There's a park nearby. Let's head there once we're done here. All right. Did she not want to say anything with my dad here? Okay, partner, let's get started. Let's talk. Say, Mr. Smith, what can you tell me about yourself? Oh, I'm nothing special, Miss Detective. I'm just a humble glassblower. A pretty great one, if you ask me. All the glassware is made by him. It's this store's speciality. I take a lot of pride in my pieces. I won't be selling them much much longer now. Huh? Why's that? Well, because the store's been sold, of course. I also feel like it's time for me to hang my pipe up, so to speak. Besides, that just means I have more time to devote to all my lovely plants. My dad's been absolutely obsessed with plants recently, ever since he started growing his own garden last spring. Now he's constantly trying to push them onto me. I keep telling you, Justina, if you just started your own veggie garden, you'd save a lot of money on food. I keep telling you, Dad, I don't have room in my apartment. Besides, I'd just end up killing them all anyways. Come on, Justy. It can't be that hard to keep a plant alive. As if. Plants are very fickle creatures. Justina's just upset over the time she killed her class plant in the 2nd grade. She was so excited when the teacher put her in charge of it. That poor plant was dead within a week. Hey, it was very traumatic, you know. It wasn't my fault either. How was I supposed to know you could give a plant too much water? That was long ago, though. I'm sure you could do a better job now. I have enough plant blood on my hands in this lifetime. I'll pass. Plant blood? Justina, plants can't bleed, but I get you. I get you. Buying the store. I wanted to ask more about the meeting last night. Can you tell me who was all there? Well, I don't really recall. I didn't stay for the meeting. I remember seeing Anton, though. He had a real mean look to him. Do you have any idea why Anton might have been interested in buying this property? Well, aside from the fact that his company used to own it, no. Hang on. You Bank Investments used to own this building? Yup. Luna's dad bought it from them 10 years ago. 10 years ago, you say? That's around the time Eubank Investments was founded, wasn't it? Sure is. This whole area was how the company got their start. Back then, the Sunrise District was nothing like it is now. This used to be a quieter residential area. Eventually, though, the city decided the land was more valuable than the people were. That's where the Eubanks came in. They offered to transform the area into a commercial district in exchange for city funding. Soul Heart struck a deal with them to purchase this building. Thanks to that, my dad was finally able to open the store. Unfortunately, not everyone here was so lucky. The new development meant higher prices. Few got bought out, but a fair number of people were forced out by the costs. The old Sunrise District only lives on in people's memories now. I had no idea there was so much history here. It's still got a lot of charm to it. Once this case is done, I'll take you to see all the cool spots. Not buying the store. I'm curious as to why Luna owns the store and not yourself. Well, that's because she inherited it from her father, Soul Heart. Soul and I go way back. I was the one who told him I wanted to open my own glass store. Trouble is, he's never good at all that business stuff. And, well, I can't say I ever had the money to buy property for myself. That's when Soul and I agreed to go into business together. He'd buy the property and handle all the operations. That way, all I had to do was make the glass. Of course, once Soul died, I was struggling to run the store all by myself, so I had to get a manager to help me. Unfortunately, she left last month. Why'd she leave? I'll give you a hint. She started a new job at a local police precinct. Justy? I had no idea you ran a store. Well, the best I could at least. Justina was ruthless. She'd fight tooth and nail during business meetings. She even scared away a couple of suppliers. They were trying to scam you. If it hadn't been for me, you'd have been paying triple the prices for materials. People were constantly trying to swindle my dad. Customers tried to take advantage of him all the time. That must have been where you learned your interrogation skills from. Sounds like you were pretty good at your job, though. Why'd you stop? Well, it wasn't really for me. Not to mention, I was kind of doing it for free. Dad couldn't really afford to pay me for it. Dad's ready to retire. Once Luna decided she wanted to sell the building, there wasn't much point in me sticking around. Plus, I felt like it was time for me to move on. I wanted to find my own way in life. You really do love your family, huh? Of course I do. I'd do anything for them. This place was my whole childhood. I couldn't just see it fall apart. Well, I'm glad we have you at the precinct now. Man. Yeah, I guess Justina's family is the type that just are barely making ends meet. Like, they're trying their best in order to, like, you know, survive, to say the least. Contact the family. Speaking of family, Mom and Jean must be worried sick. I'll call them and let them know you're okay. Don't worry, Justina. A detective let me call them this morning. Oh, she has a sibling too, huh? Why did you call me then? Well, I knew you'd be here sooner or later. She told me you'd be coming. Well, I wasn't wrong. No, I thought Red was going to call you. So, who's this Jean you've been keeping a secret from me? She's no secret. She's just my younger sister. Ah, it's her sister, not her brother. I didn't know you had a sister. Why am I just now learning that? Those two don't really get along. When they were younger, Justina tried to throw Jean's favorite doll at the glass furnace. They've been butting heads ever since. Justy, I was just a kid. She's the one who's still holding the grudge. Could at least show a bit of remorse. Alright, let's investigate. Let's check the plants. What's with all these plants? I thought this store sold glassware and antiques. It's like a jungle in here. Blame my dad. Ever since he got on his plant kick, he's put them everywhere he can. Oh, but the plants really liven up the place, don't you think? All they do is take up shelf space that we could be putting products on. But what's the point of all that product if nobody wants to spend any time here? That doesn't change the fact that this is a store, not a botanical garden. Well, I suppose it doesn't matter now. I'll have to relocate all these plants soon. What a shame. I think they really like it here. They're plants, Dad. Plants don't have feelings. Well, plants don't have blood either, which you also mentioned earlier. They sure do have feelings. Plants are living beings, just like you and me. You know, Justy, while plants do lack a brain, it's possible that they might be more intelligent than what we give them credit for. I think we have bigger things to worry about right now than plant psychology. I've never seen a camera like that. It's the best in the market. So she has all the recordings from last night? Well, yeah, but this is the only camera we got. We could only afford one. So I doubt it can tell us about the murder. Still, it can't hurt to keep it in mind. The store has only one camera, and it records everything and sends that footage to Luna. Wow, these animals are so pretty. I love these little rabbits especially. Say, I'm glad you noticed that, Detective. Do you want to know how you make a glass rabbit hole? And you just glue it back together. Dad, stop it! You're embarrassing me! Sorry. I couldn't resist. He's always like this. I swear, every time I come here, his puns get worse. You're a parent like me. You'll understand. I mean, he's doing dad jokes. He's a dad. Let him be. Let him do his dad jokes. Metal detector. What's this thing here? Some sort of metal detector? That was one of Soul's ideas. He said it wasn't some ordinary metal detector. It instead had some kind of fancy computer brain in it. It's called AI, Dad. Same difference. He said it scans for weapons that pass between it and alerts if it finds anything. It's supposed to store a log for the police to look at, too. Are you sure that thing even works? Never even once heard it go off. It always felt to me like it was just there to look intimidating. Well, I thought so too. But I do remember hearing it go off last night. Of course, that was probably from Anton. He had a gun with him, but Luna did seem to care. Do you know if we'd be able to take a look at those logs? Talk to Luna. I'm sure she could get it for you. You better write this down for later. Security detector, an intelligent detector at the store's entrance. It beeps loudly when detecting weapons and stores a log of its findings. Ash claims it went off once last night when everyone entered. Elf. With all the plants here, the glass animals have their own jungle. It was my idea. My dad wanted to start growing plants. He might as well make it a theme. This whole store would look so much better without all these plants covering the merchandise. I can see it. So clean. So easy to organize. Maybe my dad didn't have these plants. Justy? You alive in there? Huh? Sorry, I was just daydreaming of a better life. I don't know if having less plants means a better life, but you do you, Justina. We can daydream later. We have a case to solve. You're right. That's a timeline I'll never see. What about the soil? Dad, why is your soil on the floor? That's a lawsuit waiting to happen if someone slips on it. Give your old man the benefit of the doubt. I didn't do it. You didn't? Then why is it here? It was here when I got here. I was going to clean up, but with Anton's death, I haven't had the time. It seems like there's some clay shards here too, like one of the plants fell. Then where did it come from? Better take notes so I can clean it later. Soil and broken pot pieces found at the store. Ash says it was here when he opened up the store. Alright, I think that about wraps up things here. Alright, it is time to travel to the park. May 1st, Azure City Sunrise District, Sunrise Park. Hey, get out of here. Stop contaminating my crime scene. Shoo! Looks like Detective Hunt is here, chasing birds away. Ahem. Ah, there you two are. Welcome to my little domain. Hey, Red. Justy finally joined us. What's going on? Why did we have to come here to talk? Since last week, I've been looking into Anton Chambers in preparation for interrogating him today. And I think I have something that might help you two, but you have to keep it to yourselves. That's why we can't tell anyone, not even your dad. You're joking, right? My dad's completely trustworthy. My gut is telling me it's fine, but it's Red's case, so I play by his rules. He wants to keep it secret, I'll keep it to myself. I knew you'd understand. Let me catch you two up on what I learned. It's time for another statement. Anton Chambers had been using canned words to convince property owners to sell the Eubank investments. I was able to get a list of code names of those whom he convinced to sell. While I was able to figure out most, there was a code name I couldn't figure out. The code name was Big Hand, and it's related to nickel and diamonds antiques. But so far, I haven't found the connecting thread between the two. Hunt's statement. According to Hunt's sources, the codename Big Hand is for someone Anton plans to strong-arm. Might be connected to nickel and diamonds antique. Where did you get a list of the code names? I know a guy. Red here has a way of getting information. Maybe if you become a real detective, I'll teach you the tricks of the trade. Doing this and figuring out Hannah's bank account had the money, certainly knows more than he lets on. Back to the case at hand. What the heck does Big Hand mean? Don't look at me. I gave blood, sweat, and tears just to get this far. When I found out he was buying the store, I thought the two might be connected. Did he win the bid for the store? Come to think of it, I never did ask. If he did, then maybe it was code for Luna. Luna does own the store, so maybe... Have you spoken to her yet? I haven't got a chance to speak with Luna yet. Let's go talk with her. Right. You'll probably want me there for that anyways. Huh? Why's that? Luna's deaf. So you'll need me to interpret for you. Just talk normally and I'll translate. Oh, that's different. She carries a book with her, so she'll probably just write down her response for you. I've never met a deaf person before. That sounds simple enough. Before we do that, why is there crime tape around the tree? Sophie, did you not tell her? Sorry, Red. Must have slipped my mind. After I got the call, I wanted to check the park. It was across the street and would be the perfect escape route. That's when I found Anton's wallets and gun here. It's like whoever killed them took them and dumped them here. Huh? Why would anyone do that? When a robber steals a wallet, they don't just grab the money. They just take the full wallet. Then when they are safe, like in this park, they take what they want and dump the rest. As for the gun, we haven't figured that one yet. Is there anything left in his wallet? Just a parking ticket for you bank investments. Well, his money was gone. Not much to go on. I better update the evidence anyway. What about his gun? Completely empty. But we know it's his from its design. He was pretty famous for having it. I already sent it for testing, so until then, we don't have much to share. Anton's gun was left at the park overnight until Detective Hunt found it. The chamber is currently empty. Nothing else was found on it. Now you're caught up to speed on everything. When you're ready, we can head back to the store. So why are you two chasing pigeons at the park anyways? I'll have you know I'm hard at work investigating, but I've also got to protect my crime scene from avian-related intruders. They could be walking on an important piece of evidence. This park looks pretty empty to me. Would you want to investigate the actual crime scene? Red isn't good with death. That's why I was given homicide. I admit, it was too much pressure for me. Money and atoms can be replaced. A person cannot. So I stick to robberies and the like. Besides, someone's gotta do it. Have you done this before, Sophie? Well, this is my first case with a body. Calling Anton's family was the hardest thing I ever did. It should be. Otherwise, you wouldn't be the Sophie I know. It's not an easy job, but it is important. Thank the gods Bill and Chandra survived. Can't believe someone would kill Anton. I mean, sure, he wasn't the nicest guy, or a particularly good one. He certainly didn't make many friends for himself. Still, how do you handle it? Does investigating murders not, like, get to you? Oh, but I was a patrol cop before I ever got promoted. Working the beat like that, you get desensitized to stuff like this. All we can do now is find who killed them and bring them to justice. Anton may have had a lot to answer for, but he still had friends and family who cared about him. Knowing that solving this will bring them some peace of mind is what keeps me going. Ash. So I guess you met my dad now. What do you think? You two have pretty different personalities. I expected him to be a lot more like you. He's always said I'm more like my mom. My sister Jean is more like him. I love him. It really drives me nuts sometimes. Your family sounds fun. Kind of jealous. I'm an only child. You should probably introduce me once this case is over. Sure, but if Jean says she wants to do your makeup, you better run away before it's too late. It starts out innocent, but before you know it, she'll turn it into a multi-hour long makeover session. Let's check the tree. This tree has a hole in it. What happened? There was a gang fight here a few weeks back and someone pulled a gun. One shot ended up in this tree. Is the bullet still inside the trunk? Yep. Too deep to retrieve it without cutting the whole thing down. This poor tree. It's scarred for life now. May you live a long and healthy life despite your wounds, Mr. Tree. You're sounding like a kindergartner here, Justina. So this is where the wallet and gun were found? Pretty much. They weren't buried here, but we dug around to see if there was anything else. I'm surprised no one else found these first. If someone did and we had to go hunting for it, I would have wasted a lot of time just looking for it. It's not to question it or focus on solving this case. Fair point. I won't look this gift horse in the mouth. Damn, look at you. You have the same puns as your dad, and you told him that you don't want to listen to his puns anymore. Well, there you go. Now you did a pun, too. Aha! The culprit might have left some more clues in this bush. Justy, I really don't think that. Evidence, here I come! Ouch! The only thing in the bush was just a bunch of thorns. Wow, it's a beautiful day out today. You can see the Junal Mountains really well from here. Have you ever climbed them before? No way! I don't have that kind of stamina. I'm more than content to simply watch them from afar. You're really missing out, Justy. It's quite an experience. When you're up there, the whole city seems so small in comparison. Plus, you'll never have a better view of the Azure Bay. I'll tell you what, after this case, I'll drive you up Parkway on Zephyr. No, it's okay, really. I'll pass. Yeah, she doesn't want to get, like, the whole motion sickness thing from riding on the vehicle. Well, I guess it's time to go back to the store. Oh, that's another Westerner. Yeehaw! Praise the gods above! What in the world? Sounds like Harris. He was one of the people here last night. He was here last night, and he's a person of interest in my book. Let's go get his story. Sounds like he's in the workshop. I can show you the way. Okay, let's go to the workshop. May 1st, Hazur City Sunrise District. Glass workshop. And you're certain about this? True than the morning sun. He claimed all of it. Miss Eubank? What are you doing here? Same reason as you. Anton's death. Y'all know each other? It's complicated. Oh, prior to all that business, you folks must be with the police. Allow me to introduce myself. Name's Harris Nubbuck. Future owner of this establishment. Nice to meet you too, Mr. Nubbuck. But I thought this place would be bought out by Eubank Investments. How did you outbid them? I was gonna buy this place outright till old Anton decided to swoop in and try to outbid me. I reckon I lucked out when Luna chose me, and his bid's dead as a doornail now. Anton had plans to buy this store for Eubank Investments, but after what happened with the Klaus orphanage, I requested he hold off for now. And yet, he completely ignored my request. The press were to find out. will be very harmful to you bank investments. That said, it seems Luna went with Mr. Nubbuck's lower bid. How did you manage that, Harris? Oh, Lord Torn might have had the money, but I got something he ain't got. A dream. A dream? While it was a bidding war, Luna still had complete control as to whom she would speak. Based on what Mr. Nubbuck has said, it seems he was able to convince Luna to sell it to him. Why would Luna do that? I better talk to her about that. That said, I read the contract. Luna doesn't fully inherit the right to sell this place until she is 18. So last night's meeting isn't legally binding, and Luna could change her mind. Now hold on to your horses there. I don't like how you said that. Let me just make one thing clear right out of the gate. I didn't kill nobody. I didn't know he died till today. I know nothing about all this legal nonsense. Till now. Well, I reckon you're being quite defensive, Mr. Nubbuck. Nevertheless, he's got a good point. Suppose it couldn't be that easy. Oh, oops, sorry. I'm going to step out for some air. I hate to trouble you, Mr. Nubbuck, but since you're here, we'd like to take your statement about what happened last night. I reckon I got a moment to spare. Let's see here. Well, as I said, I was here last night to try and buy the place. Except no matter what I offered, that dang Anton would always bid higher. Shook me for every last penny. Shook me for every last penny I had. I was gonna fold, but bless Luna's soul for picking me. Now, as I said before, I didn't go shooting the man. I ain't ever owned any type of gun to shoot him with. Mr. Nubbuck's statement. Harris claims that he only won the bidding because of Luna. He doesn't own any guns, and claims he could never kill anyone, even if he was angry. Thank you, Mr. Nubbock. We also have some follow-up questions. Well, get on with it. Get on with it then. I ain't got nothing to hide. There's no way he doesn't have guns in his house. Well, maybe they could keep it for decorative purposes. We actually just use like a regular gun and go off the streets and try to be like someone like Elfelt in Guilty Gear Exard / Strive. And that would be funny. Well, get on with it then. I ain't got nothing to hide. I should go outside and speak with Ferris. Later when I can. If Luna isn't here, she must have been in the break room. Better go there as well. Like, he's a cowboy enthusiast, so he has to come at least one revolver. I guess. But it can't hurt to ask Harris some questions first. Alright, let's talk about... Hell, even I have a flintlock and I don't even collect guns. Yeah, I don't know about this whole weaponry in houses thing. Not too keen on that. But on the other hand, it's also to stay safe, but... Yeah. What about buying the store? If I may ask, why are you looking to buy the store? It's been my dream to open my own barber shop. Give a fella proper shaving cut. There ain't nothing he can do. Curse you ladies. Course, you ladies are always welcome as well. One of my styles, the fastest way to maintain a man. One of my styles is the fastest way to a man's heart. I think I'm fine. Thank you. What about a woman's heart? Well, I'd reckon my artistry would make even the lassies swoon. Maybe I need a haircut. Who's she trying to impress? Sue? Alright, let's ask about Saul. Can you tell me how you knew Saul? I gave him a haircut, actually. You'd be surprised on how close we get with our clients. Haircut is a real personal thing. So after I learned his daughter was selling, I decided to buy it. Why open your barber shop here of all places? Surely there's cheaper real estate elsewhere. Let me tell you something, lassie. This here's about to be real good business. Oh, there are new rich folk moving in, gentrifying this place. I reckon those business folk gonna get a haircut somewhere. That sounds ambitious. You know, that's actually not a bad idea. Prices around here have been going through the roof recently. Any businessman worth their salt would want a store in this area, assuming they can afford it. Okay, becoming a barber. What got you into this whole barber thing anyways? Well, my pa taught me, same as my grandpappy taught him. It's a form of art my friends have been passing down for generations. I may not use the same tools as some of them fancy printers with their easels and whatnot, but my clippers are my brush, and the hair is my canvas. Ain't the way I see it. And the way I see it, what I really do help is people express themselves. I had a vague notion of what they want, but it's up to me to get them there. You didn't strike me as the artsy type. What? Just cause I got an ancient and wear boots means I can't appreciate art? Maybe that was closed-minded of me. Alright, let's move back. For context, I'm not promoting gun ownership. I just strongly doubt a cowboy would. No, it's fine. I get you. Don't worry about it, Crid. I got you. I should go over his statement again. Well, as I said, I was here last night to try and buy the place. Well, as I said, okay. Okay, why is it repeating the same one? Except no matter what I offered, that dang Anton would always bid higher. Shook me for every last penny. Shook me for every last penny I had. I was on the fold, but bless Luna's soul for picking me. I ain't got the heart for killing, even when I'm angry. That's the end of the statement. Should I go over it again? Yes, repeat. Well, as I said, I was here last night to try and buy the place. Except no matter what I offered, that dang Anton would always bid higher. Shook me for every last penny I had. Yeah, Luna actually saved him. That's the end of a statement. Should I go over it again? Yes. Let's see. Let's go back. Except no matter what I offered, that dang Anton would always bid higher. Let's see. There has to be a dispute here. I don't think this is really relevant here. I think I'll hold off on this for now. This is some of our prototype glassware. We always get the shapes down before we move on to the colored glass. It's kind of like drawing a sketch before you started painting, or creating a flowchart before cooking a new dish. Yeah, that. Hang on, what? This is our furnace over here. This is and this over here is to help visitor in order to help you from the heat. You can adjust it with these wheels to make it go further or backwards. You know your way around glass. How come you didn't take over the business? It's not for me. It never clicked like it does for the rest of the family. I wanted to find my own path. I just happened to end up at the station. Gotta say, I'm glad you ended up where you did. You know what? You ought to make a piece for the station. I want to see your work myself. Not exactly good. Oh, Justy, the quality of it doesn't matter. All that matters is you put your heart and soul into it, and it will turn out perfect. then maybe after this case, I'll make you something. Is this still supposed to be hot? Oh, hey, Lindsay. Hello. Good morning. I'm glad no safety inspector is around to see this. You didn't own any gun? No, not this one. Let me think for a bit. Let me look at the items again. Let me actually look at the items again. Which one is it going to be? So what are we gonna go for? It has to be the gun though, but I need to see where I could present it. A repeat. I guess we'll go to a different area then. Yeah, I can't figure any of these if they work or not. Okay, let's go to the break room. Yeah, instead of spending too much time trying to find evidence for something that you still can't, like, prove yet. Yeah, we should probably hold back on that. Okay, break room. There you are, Luna. Hey, Jay. I was just cleaning up the break room. Oh, wait, because... yeah, we'll probably not read this because, you know, she's deaf, so she probably couldn't speak. I mean, so... we'll just keep it as text on the screen. But Luna? Time and place. Let me introduce you to Luna. This is my friend, Detective Sophie Swift. Sophie, this is Luna Hart. Nice to meet you, Luna. I'm here to investigate the murder. Both you and Dad are suspects. How simple she's saying that. That's still bad. What if the detective arrests you on bad bad evidence? Hey, I wouldn't. I didn't meet you. I mean the other... oh, never mind. I just wanted to solve this case. What happened last night? I heard you sold the store. Luna agreed to Harris's bid because she believed in his dream. She saw Harris and Anton talking to each other by the computer before they left. Thanks, Luna. Do you mind if we look around and ask you some more questions? Okay, meeting Anton. How come only 2 buyers were here last night? Did no one else offer to buy the place? I wonder why he's so dead set on buying this place. Don't tell me he planned to put luxury condos here too. It's even stranger when you learn that he didn't have permission to do so either. There must be some reason for it. You know, that's a pretty nice touch that they did. They did not use any sound like, you know, once the text appears on the screen with each character speaking. They didn't do that with Luna. So it makes a lot of sense. It's a nice touch. We'll take what we get. Can you tell us what you remember? Accident? Accident? What accident? It's not important. It happened so long ago. If you're sure. Oh, that is rough. I'm sorry. That must have been awful. Luckily, there was no permanent damage. The builders were the one at fault, but Eubank Investments was liable. They got off better with the deal than if went to court. They even added sound absorption to the walls free of charge. Now you can't even hear anything in here from the front of the store. So I'm grateful to the Eubanks, if only because they cared enough to accept responsibility. And you never met any of the Eubanks the whole time? No, I only heard about the process afterwards. Interesting. Thank you, Luma. I'm going to write down what you said about the sound absorption walls. Sound was reduced in the workshop, and no sound came from the front of the store. Oh, that is a mistake here. Sound was reduced in the workshop, and no sound from the front of the store can be heard in the break room. Ah, okay. When I read it again, it's fine. I thought it was like a misuse of a word, but yeah, it's just me. So, Justy, why did you tell us at the station you knew sign language? It's not exactly a selling point on a resume. I picked it up faster than Jean. She would get so mad when she couldn't understand us. Don't give me that look. It's one of the few times I got ahead of her on something. Got ahead? She was kind of better than me at school. Just a little. Sign language was one of the few things I could boast over her. Okay, let's ask about Soulheart. I've been hearing about your dad a lot today. I understand he passed away recently? His death was expected? Saul had a terminal disease which affected his nervous system. It started getting a lot worse in the last 5 years of his life. He started losing a lot of his fine motor control, and eventually he was partially paralyzed. can't imagine what that must have been like. Ah. Oh man, that is tragic. That is so tragic. An update on the Twitch situation, nothing has changed. Yeah, it's not gonna change. It's not gonna change until they announce something, Kenny. Yeah, you're putting up too much hope for it to change. At the very least, I now managed to put Seribot on the Twitch chat. So what Seri is like an actual good bot, right? So basically, if there's like any of these like, what's it called? These cheap viewers or whatever, it automatically deletes them, destroys them without even showing up in the chat. So that would be very helpful. Alright, let's talk about Justina and Luna. You and Justy are pretty close. Did you guys grow up together? I mean, you don't have to worry about it, Kenny. Like, that's why I keep streaming on both platforms, right? Like, you can, if Twitch is just being bad for you, you can just, you know, ignore Twitch and just, like, chill on YouTube. Oh, they're trans. Okay. I'm glad you did. I've always been proud of you. She's the little sister I never had. Wait a second. You have a sister. Like I said, a sister I never had. That's really heartwarming. You should try to get along with your sister more, Justy. I hate to break it to you, but some things just aren't possible. Alright, let's go to Harris's contract. Luna, do you mind if I see the contract for selling the store? What are you thinking? According to the contract, it goes into effect the moment Luna turns 18. But it can be cancelled any time until then. Luna, is there any reason you would cancel the deal with Harris? Better write down the contract details. That might come in handy. A contract signed by Harris Eden Novak. This contract will go into effect when Luna turns 18 next week. Luna can cancel this contract anytime before her birthday. Okay, metal detectors. Hey Luna, you know those two metal detectors in front of the store? I'd like to take a look at the logs for them from last night. I wonder if this is a motive for murder? I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Thank you, Luna. Huh? Did you say twice? No way that's possible. My dad would have heard it. What do you think, Sophie? It is strange. According to Ash, he only heard the detector go off once. Could he have been lying to us? No way! Why would he lie about that? There must be something else we're missing. I wonder about that. Now, let's write it down. Wow. That is slightly surprising. Why do you have 2 fridges here? Gods, I hated that. I had to prove that they sent the wrong one and contact our bank to stop the transaction. Took a week before they admitted they were wrong and sent us the right one. We even got to give the smaller one as an apology. I'm bringing you along next time I call customer service. Okay, let's check the newspaper. Thanks for grabbing the local newspaper, Luna. Yeah, Can you find it in the news? Azure City Council Access Plan for Light Rail Expansion approves motion to add 12th lane to freeway. That's a shame. There's already enough lanes on the highway as it is. Maybe one more lane is enough to fix our traffic problem. I don't believe it. How is adding more bad? Anything else? 5-year anniversary of the prison escape of Bengal. The how and why? Who's that? He's the only person to ever escape the Azure City Penitentiary. They never found the guy, and no one has heard from him since. In our country, the presumption of death is 5 years. Next week on the anniversary, he will be declared dead. Must have been quite the escape artist to stay hidden that long. Found Eubank Investments. Eubank Investments, the dark side of Azure City's famous urban developer. Yeah, it's right there. It looks like last week's scandal is hitting them hard. Only in the public side. Doesn't seem like their business dealings are taking a hit. Ooh. I bet the press will love the latest story of Anton's death. And it will only make things worse. I think I'll keep this newspaper for now. escaped prisoner Ben Ivangol will be declared dead next week after 5 years. Eubank Investments is getting bad press from last week's scandal. Okay, let's check the pamphlets. University pamphlets? Oh wow, that's nice. Oh wow, congratulations! I didn't know there was an all-deaf college. It's why she's selling the place. She needs the money to move east. So, what are you studying? Oh, astronomy, huh? That's an interesting, subject. Sounds exciting. I can't wait to hear about what you discover. And don't think you can just escape from us either. You'd better come see me on your holidays. Anna's on her first step towards her dream. I'm so proud of her. Okay, let's check the hands. Those are some big hands. He talked pretty loudly with us, but signed so calmly. I honestly don't know if it was because he lacked confidence in signing, or because he was always nice to Luna. Okay, I guess that should be it in this area. Where can we go next? Well, we can go to the alleyway. May 1st, Azure City Sunrise District. Alleyway. Huh. Is someone crying over here? Hang on. That sounds like Miss Eubank. Ferris? You two again. Look, if you want to look around, fine. But please leave me alone. Ferris, what's wrong? Just wanted to end this case. This whole scandal. Everyone is getting dragged in. My family, my friends, my company. And now Anton is dead. Why? Why would someone kill him? Sounds like you two were close. It's been with Eubank Investments since the beginning. He helped build this company. He was a bit blunt, but he was a good man. Now to find out that he'd been going behind our backs. If only I found out sooner. Instead, I wasted all my time defending criminals. Criminals? You mean Annie? Annie, Bill, Oliver. I believed in all of them. Instead, all I did was waste my time. Time I could have spent looking after this company. Maybe then, Anton would still be here. I think you did the right thing. Everyone deserves a fair defense. If you didn't fight for them, who would? Public defender. I'm not even a criminal lawyer. Most public defenders don't give their clients much time of day. Oftentimes, they are overworked and underpaid. How can they be expected to provide a good defense under those conditions? You fought for them better than anyone could have. I mean, what if we got it wrong? We'd be sending an innocent person to jail. I never expected to hear all of that from a cop. Hey, I didn't get into this business for the paycheck or a sense of power. I want to help people. I want to catch the real criminals, not just the first person option I find. I want to help people. I want to catch the real criminals, not just the first option I find. I can tell this means a lot to you. She's really passionate about this. Now I want to help her solve this case even more. Ferris, nothing you and I can bring Anton back, but you can help us find who's behind this. Help us, please. All right. How can I help? You knew Anton before better than any of us. Can you tell us about him? I'll tell you what I know. Anton was a real gun enthusiast. He carried his pistol, Brutus, with him everywhere. He's one of those people who names their guns. Like Dante. He bragged all the time about how good of a shot he was, that he only ever needed one. He only ever carried one bullet in his gun to prove this point. He never once let the thing out of his sight either. Didn't even let anyone touch it. This is partly because his gun has a flash drive attached to it. He carried all his work-related info on it. Aside from that, he was dedicated to his work. Really dedicated. When he made up his mind, nothing could stop him. Anton always carried one bullet in his gun and has a flash drive attached to it. He wouldn't let anyone touch his gun. He named his gun? I never understood it, but I won't speak ill of the dead. Seems that he cared a lot. Seems he cared about it a lot, though. We'll keep that in mind. Thanks, Fez. This will help us a lot. Never call me that again. Aw, come on. How about Fairy? That's a Grand Blue character. No. Or Fairbear. You know, city ordinances restrict the usage of motorcycles in this area. You know what? Let's go look around elsewhere. I've never seen Sophie look more scared in her life. Alright. What are those buildings in the back? There used to be some small businesses, a family club, a loan office, and a beauty salon. They used to. They closed down. Couldn't make enough to keep going. That brick wall in the back wasn't always there. People used to be able to go from one street to another. It was raised a few years ago because of a property dispute with the building owner on the other side. But it killed a lot of the traffic for those few stores. How sad. They've been closed for a couple of years now, and no one has wanted them since. Thankfully, the former owners were able to relocate to another area, and it has a happy ending. It was a happy ending. I just wish they didn't have to move in the first place. Do you know anyone who would want to kill Mr. Chambers? You did hear this from me, but Anton had just gone through a terribly messy divorce. His ex-wife fought him hard in the courts. Those two hated each other. Aside from her, there are certainly some businessmen around here who don't think the best of him, but I can't imagine any of them would resort to murder. I checked on the family connections already. His wife has been away on holiday for the past week, so all we have is a bunch of empty leads. Not exactly. We know our culprit either hid their intentions well, or this was a crime committed in the heat of the moment. Looks like Anton has been making a lot of moves recently. The orphanage I could understand, but why this place? Unfortunately, I can't disclose any information about the company or our ventures. You know something, don't you? This could be critical information. I have to place the interests of the company first. What could Eubank Investments be hiding? I want to push her on it. I have a feeling it won't get me anywhere. Anything to investigate here? We better check this dumpster for clues. You never know what you might find lying in one of these. It's empty. Well, yeah, yesterday was trash day. They probably picked it up in the afternoon. Besides, I doubt the culprit would have been dumb enough to throw the gun in the trash. I think it counts. Let's add it to the evidence. Trash day. You know, you guys had the perfect opportunity to, instead of call it trash day, you could have called it garbage day. Trash was picked up yesterday at around noon. The contents of both the large dumpster and the small can were collected. Hey, mail. What's this thing here? That would be our mailbox. It opens for you to drop mail inside. I wonder, could the culprit have dropped something in here? Unless they're a utility company. I doubt it. Remember on the Fatal Fury scene when a bot got in when saying an AI response? Yes, I do remember, Kenny. I do remember that. I mean, they're technically a person, but they're a scammer, right? They're technically a person, but they're a scammer. I don't know if they used AI in order to, like, post messages on Twitch, but yeah, it just felt a bit weird, right? Felt a bit weird. Like, they're saying, like, Catherine was the final boss of Mark of the Wolves? Like, excuse me? And they were talking, like, all kinds of strange things. As if they know about, like, you know, Fatal Fury, but it just It's just weird. It's weird. What about the place next door? They've also got one. I'd rather not go over there, actually. Why not? It just looks like a harmless little toy shop. Don't let that fool you. It's all smiles until they realize you aren't buying anything, and then they turn into vicious snakes. Or the back wall. What's with this ominous brick wall back here? It wasn't always there. You used to be able to walk through the other street. It got put there a few years ago because of our property dispute. I doubt the culprit would have been able to climb over this. That would mean they'd have to pass by the front of the store. Unless the culprit was a ghost. Yeah. Justy, don't tell me you actually believe in ghosts. Of course I do. They're very real and very dangerous. They say those who anger the gods are forced to forever haunt our world of spirits. I never wanted to encounter one. You didn't strike me as the superstitious type. You can call it whatever you want, but I like to avoid being haunted. Don't worry, I know the ghosts will haunt you. You're too cute for that. Hey, cut it out. I'm really serious here. Oh, come on. I'm only teasing you. Here we are, the scene of the crime. Something on your mind? You know, I've always seen these in movies and TV. Seeing it in real life is haunting. Well, this is a video game though, so... When I was younger, I used to play out here with Luna. Once we played cops and robbers. Luna shaped her hands like a gun and pretended to shoot me as the robber. It's kind of surreal how much it paralleled this crime. Being here now makes my childhood feel like it was so long ago. Sorry, I really should focus on the case. Don't be sorry. I'm glad you can open up to me about this. But you're right. We have to solve this case, only to get your dad off the suspect list. Right. So, is there anything I should know? Aside from the body being found here, we don't know much else. It seems like our culprit may have lured Anton in here to rob him. We were also told that he drove here, but both his keys and car are missing. So the same person who tried to kill him could have used this car to escape. That means all these keys, wallet, and gun were all taken, yet they dumped the gun and the wallet at the park. If they escaped in the car, why not drive away with both? Maybe they can drive away with them. Maybe. I can't find a reason why. I'm going to add keys as a missing with the wallet. Oh, great. He's back. Who's he? The Doughboy. He's a local graffiti artist. He goes around town spraying pastry-themed graffiti, and he's made our store his favorite spot to hit. We paint over it the next day, but he keeps coming back. Frying oil. I still have his information written down from the Klaus case, but I think it looks pretty. I give him such a hard time. It's bad for business. It makes the whole area look shady. Keep trying to convince my dad to do more about it, but he just brushes it off. See that? Sari already handled the bot that showed up, the cheap viewers bot already. Banned and blocked them. Sari added the block term, best viewers on. Oh, this is amazing. This is amazing. Now none of them will show up in the chat. I don't know why I never used Sari to begin with. But yeah, this is very helpful. Now we're not going to see any of these anymore. I don't care how talented or creative he may be. He should be painting on an easel, not our walls. Look, he even left this spray paint in the small trash can here. Oh, strange. Still has plenty of paint. Huh. I just thought of something. What's up? The Essential Beat Cop Handbook, Chapter 8, Section 7. Most graffiti artists work under the cover of night. Did you memorize the whole thing? That's not important right now. Are you thinking what I'm thinking? That we need to throw Doughboy in jail for his vandalism? No! Small Fry could have been a witness. We should go talk with him. Maybe. Knowing him, he won't be at his usual spot this early in the morning. Should gather as much evidence as we can before we visit him. Hold on. There's something else here. What's all this? Is this confetti? It's got some weird writing on it. This isn't ordinary confetti. This was left behind by a taser. A taser? Did someone use a taser on a clown? Not quite. Consumer tasers have confetti stuffed in their cartridges. Each one has the taser's serial number on it. It's so we can track them down if they used it in a crime. Oh, oops, sorry. Really? I never knew that. In any case, lets us know that a taser was used here. We should look up the owner then. I'll call Sue to ask her to look into it. She can look it up while we're investigating. Better add both to the case file. First, the spray paint. Now the confetti. I guess we managed to check everything here. So I wonder where... Is there anything new? Nope, it's the same areas. Well, I'll guess we go to the break room. Cleaned the whole store. is the soil, though, right? Yeah, there we go. Okay, for those who are wondering why I'm not reading Luna's lines, it's because, you know, she's deaf, so she can't speak. Even in the game, she can't hear, but in turn, she can't speak properly. You can hear it with the game too. Like each character has this, you know, Phoenix Wright-ish 8-bit quote unquote voice when they read the lines. Luna does not have one. Luna, if you cleaned the store last night, why is there a pile of dirt on the floor near the entrance? I think we can figure out when the soil appeared. Here's how we prove how the pot broke. Let me see. Oops. If the soil was left there last night, what do we know will prove it when it was broke? Will we say the camera? Oh, okay. The camera in the front of the store was recording the front of the store yesterday. All we need to do is check it. You have all the footage. Luna, what's going on? Why can't we see the camera footage? Ah, you broke the pot. Why did you just tell us? Oh, would you look at the time? I best be going. But Justy, this could be important. Luna, please tell us all the details about this ghost. Look, Justina, keep your eyes closed until Sophie says otherwise. Sounds like you saw someone in the alleyway. Since Justy still has her eyes closed, I'll update the evidence. Justy, you can open your eyes. So it was a person and not a ghost. That means she must have seen our culprit. But why would our culprit be hovering around the dumpster? Let's keep our options open for now. But you kept a very important clue to yourself. You'd have been honest from the start. And deleting footage. What if we needed that? She wasn't being malicious. It seems like an honest mistake. I get that, but still. Something's bothering you. You're not normally this tense. Because Luna and my dad are suspects. We can't help them if they keep secrets from us. And losing your control over a minor lie isn't going to help. Just accept it and move on. You're right. I'm sorry. Sorry, Luna. I shouldn't yell over it. Thanks, Luna. We will do our best. Okay, so we did finish this. Now, where should we go? Go to the park? Nope. Workshop? Nope. Alleyway? Oh, we have a new area, graffiti wall. Oh yeah, we should go back to the store. Well, we already checked everything here, though. That's odd. Okay, that's not new. Oops, sorry. to do, though. Let me go to another area. Yeah, we checked all those. Maybe I need to go to different locations and see if... Okay, we checked everything here. Not the alleyway. No, we did check all of them. Should get more evidence around the store before talking to Fry. Where shall we go, though? Maybe the break room again? see. Flash drive? Hold up. Let's see his gun. Doesn't seem like there's a flash drive attached to it. That sounds weird. Ferris, are you aware that his gun was found at the park across the street? No, I wasn't. Was it not found on his body? It wasn't. Red only found it by assuming the culprit would escape through the park. But when we found it, there wasn't a flash drive attached. And if you say he always has a flash drive attached, someone must have taken it. Miss Eubank, would there be anything valuable on it? Something worth talking? I can't say for sure, but knowing him, it's likely. He did like keeping his cards close to his chest. Maybe money wasn't the primary target for our thief. I'll update the evidence on Anton's gun. But now, Detective, how are we supposed to find the flash drive? We still don't have proof our culprit even has the flash drive. For now, let's focus on finding a primary suspect. Thanks again, Miss Eubank. Can we go here now? Oh yeah, I guess we can. Okay, just give me a second, guys. No, one moment. Back. Alright, let's continue. May 1st. Graffiti wall. Oh, there he is. Aw, crap. Not you again. Doughboy, were you at my dad's store again last night? What's it to you, Greenie? I thought you and that jerk cop said you'd leave me alone. What are you doing here again? Hey, small fry. Long time no see. We saw your big donut you left, doughboy. I ain't talking to more cops, any more cops, so beat it. Listen to me, small fry. There was a murder last night outside of Nickel and Diamond's Antiques. If you were there, I need your statement. No way. I ain't saying a word. You better talk, or Sophie here will book you for vandalism. Not to mention hindering our investigation. Justy, that's not... Alright, fine. I'll talk to you stupid cops, but I swear I didn't see anything. Bluffing always works with this kid. I don't have much to say. Statement. So maybe I did make a donut on the side of that store. But I didn't see anything, and I don't know nothing about a dead guy. So whatever happened, it was after I got my things and left. Happy now? I have a feeling it's going to be a struggle to get him to talk to us. I see you haven't stopped being a nuisance since we last saw you, doughboy. Maybe a nuisance to boring losers like you. But my popularity has been soaring online. The doughheads are bigger than ever. I'm a star witness in that orphanage case. Pieces are selling like hotcakes. You're certainly not letting it go to your head at all. Hang on, your pieces? How on earth do you sell graffiti? Where I drop my art is up to me. But I've been known to be enticed by a little bit of cash, if you catch my drift. Now people want you to vandalize their property? We're not all failures of an artist like you, Greenie. That's way too deep of a cut. Hey, be nice to Justy, you small fry. She's the one who started it. What nicknames? Small fry. Can you stop calling me that? I'm Doughboy. It doesn't fit. You're not doughy enough. But you're small and named Fry, so you're Small Fry. How does a person look doughy? It's not about looks. It's about feel. You know, Small Fry, you should just call her Justy instead of Greenie. She's wearing green, therefore she's Greenie. What if she decides to wear blue or pink? And maybe she should wear green every time I see her. But I like wearing green. What up, Meg? So, how have things been with you and Meg? What's it to you, Greenie? Relax. I was just wondering. Well, I haven't really talked to her since that stupid day. Even if that weirdo magician lady wrote the letter, I'm still... forget it. Why am I talking to you losers anyways? I think it's clear that Meg cares about you, Small Fry. I mean, she kept your spray paint around. It has to mean something. I'm sure she'd still want you to be your friend. Just leave me alone. Leave me alone. Ah, yeah, exactly the same thing. I should go over his statement again. Got your things and left? I don't know if you got your things, pal. What about this? Yeah, we already know that's a lie, Noel. You left your spray paint at the scene, still full of paint. I don't think you would have just left that there if you weren't in a hurry. I think something scared you and made you run. So what was it? Did you witness the murder? So what if I left it? That doesn't mean anything, Greenie. It was left there by mistake. By mistake in a trash can? Yeah, so? Happens all the time. Let me explain. So what if I left my spray can there? It happens to the best of us. I was there in the morning anyway, so it must have been in the trash for a while. All I did was the outline, and I was planning to color it tomorrow. That's why I must have left it where that guy died. Now I have to wait until I finish my newest masterpiece. I'm gonna look over his statements again. Something is out of place. Must have been in the trash for a while? I don't know, pal. It was trash day. Yeah, that's not possible. Trash pickup was that day, and your spray can could have not been there. Time to bluff him again. They pick up the trash at 5 p.m. So the only time you could have been there was right around when he died. That's not true! They weren't there when I was there. So you confess being there at the time? I'm not getting involved in your mess. What happened to that guy has nothing to do with me. You little... Justy, calm down. You won't get anywhere if you're angry. He clearly knows something. We just need to squeeze it out of him. We can't force him to talk. Let me try talking to him. Listen, Fry. The man who died, he wasn't just some random person. He had a family and friends. A lot of people miss him. No matter what we do, he's never coming back. We are trying to find his killer, and we need your help. You're not a bad kid, just a passionate artist with a chip on your shoulder. So please, no more games. We just want to help. Fine, I admit it. I was there. That worked? How did she... So you were there? You saw everything? Don't get your hopes up. I didn't get involved. Let me explain. So there I was, painting my next masterpiece. I heard a door open in the alleyway, so I scrammed. Well, I ducked around the corner, and when I peeked out, a pair of guys were standing next to my masterpiece. I saw them, but I saw one of them pull their gun and stayed hidden. The bam! One gunshot. I wasn't about to be next, so I ran away after that. Why didn't you report any of this to the police? You saw a man get shot and you did nothing? I was scared. I mean, I figured someone else would report it. I don't like cops. I wasn't about to sit through all your stupid questions. I would rather just forget it. Never want to see anything like it again. Did you at least get a good look at the shooter's face? Anything that can help identify them? I can't tell you nothing. Too much darkness. We were talking about money or something. I heard something about farm animals too. And to be clear, did you only hear one gunshot? Yeah, but there was another sound. No idea what. Was it another gunshot? I don't know. I was running for my life. How was I supposed to know? Was it or not? This is very important, Fry. Okay, guess it was. Now lay off me already. You said you saw two of them. Was there anyone else in the alleyway before you heard the door? Nope. It was just me until then. Then our culprit came from inside the store. Oh no. That means my dad could be... Don't jump into conclusions, Justy. We know there were two people who were in the store with Anton. Your dad and Harris. Right. Hold on. Let me see if I can have a picture. If I have a picture. Fry. Did the culprit look like this? No way. Couldn't be him. He was the one that got shot. Huh? What did you say? The guy who pulled the gun. He aimed it at a person with a hat just like that. But Harris is still alive. We have to bring him in. He can tell us what happened. I'm going to quickly write down what he said and head back. Maybe we should take a moment to think about this. Go over what Fry said. Sophie, we haven't gotten a clue about who the culprit is until now. She's our only lead. We're burning daylight. I need to head back before he leaves. Justy, wait! Mr. Newbuck? Can I help you, ma'am? There was an eyewitness who claims he saw two people walk out of the store last night and into the alleyway. One of those people pointed a gun at someone with a hat just like yours. You're hiding something, Harris. What happened last night? A witness, you say? You're surprisingly fast when you're in a hurry. Detective, is it true? Someone saw me. It is. An eyewitness who we know isn't lying. What happened last night? Did you kill Anton Chambers? You're barking up the wrong tree, partner. I got nothing else to say. And we have to bring you back to the station for questioning. There, we can get you a public defender and continue our conversation. Finally, we're getting somewhere. Mr. Newbuck, don't tell me you killed Anton. Harris, please, help a partner out. I swear on my mama's grave, I didn't kill nobody. I got money for a lawyer. You're the only one I know. Please. I'm not a defense attorney. Why would you want me? I have to put my life in someone's hands. I want it to be someone I know. Detective, can I see the evidence? Suppose it can't hurt. Mr. Knockback, if I may, I want to take your case. You do? But didn't you just meet him today? Well, I'll be. You believe I'm innocent? There's something in the evidence that I want to see for myself. I'll meet you all at the station. He's now our enemy again. Great. Come on, Justy. That's a good thing. Now Harris doesn't need a public defender. It's also less paperwork for you. So there's no time to waste. Let's get back to the station. Thanks to Fry's help, we finally started from what happened last night. But on the way to the station, I kept thinking about what Ferris said. I looked over the evidence again and again, not knowing what she saw. Then, when we got back to the station, I gave up and decided to go in head first. End of Case 4, Part 1. We're in the viewing room again. What's up, detective? You seem lost in thought. I'm looking over the evidence we collected. You best look it over once before going in. Got a few uphill battles coming up. We have more than enough evidence to close this case. How hard can this be? And answer a key question. Why would Harris Newbuck commit murder? Because, if what Small Fry said is right, Anton pulled a gun on Harris. Why would he? More importantly, why did it lead to murder? I can't shake the feeling that we're missing something. Okay, now I'm nervous. This would be our first case without Detective Hunt's full support. And if it's not Harris, that only leaves my dad. Calm down, Justy. Letting your nerves control you. Your dad is innocent, and Harris knows more than he's letting on. There's so much we don't know. Listen, Justy, I'm worried too. I never had a murder case before. Anton Chambers had a family. One I had to call this morning upon getting the report. I'm scared of letting them down, but I know we can solve this case. How can you remain so calm? That's too much pressure for me. Because I have you. It's thanks to you and Red I've solved my first case. We're a team in there, so let's have each other's backs. Breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. Okay, I think I'm good. Thanks, Sophie. I really needed that. No problem, partner. Before you two go in, I got something for you. I checked the taser number, and it turns out that this taser is unregistered. What do you mean, unregistered? Since the taser is unregistered, whoever had it got it illegally. It's been a real pain, too. Stunning has no idea how a taser could end up in the black market. But I figured it's best to let you all know. An unregistered taser gun that fires 2 darts connected to the gun by wires. Thanks for the last minute help. I was hoping for more information, but it will have to do. I was told the autopsy report is almost done. What else could be missing? Not sure, but I'll let you guys know when it's ready. Hopefully this goes well and we won't need it by the time we finish. Now let's get this show on the road. Interrogation room. Harris Newbuck, you are here on suspicion of murder. We have an eyewitness stating no one was in the alleyway except Anton and the culprit. How do you plead?
Having looked over your evidence, your eyewitness's account is lacking in detail. Not to mention, he claims that Anton pulled a gun on my client and was only able to recognize him by a hat. If you want to hold my client here, then I demand more proof. In that case, Mr. Newbook, did you walk into the alleyway with Anton Chambers? I keep saying, Mr. Newbook, not another word unless needed. These two will twist your words against you like a snake on a vine. If you won't let them talk, then explain to us what happened. Certainly, this will be over before you know it. Rebuttal: the front door. My client had no reason to leave by the alleyway when the front door was open. He would have walked out the front door of the store and no one would know. Ash Smith would have already left, leaving Anton and Luna back in the back of the store. How Anton Chambers ended up in the alleyway afterwards is beyond me, but it didn't involve my client. He would have walked out of the front door of the store and no one would know. Let's see, which one shall we go for? We can question, though. And why would no one notice? Simple. Your dad left first, and no one was at the front of the store. Luna was in the break room cleaning up, and Anton isn't around anymore to tell us where he was. That leaves you without any options. That does cover everyone. How else can I prove that he went out the side door? I think this should be, because it went off twice. Oh, it's not it, huh? And why would he be trying to avoid those? Unless you think he had a weapon on him. Harris had a weapon on him, and it would trigger. But I don't have the proof he was carrying one. Better think of something else. Oh, wait! I got it. There has to be a camera. Yeah. Miss Eubank, you say that no one would have noticed, but we don't need a person. That camera at the front of the store would have recorded him. Meaning, we can prove it if Harris left by the front door. I expected nothing less from you two, but there's one flaw with what you said. That camera footage was deleted after the pot broke, so anyone leaving by the front door afterwards wouldn't be recorded. But Harris claims he left as soon as the deal was done. I'm aware, but I believe what happened is simple. My client left by the alleyway. Anton left by the front entrance. Looking over the witness statement, the only recognizable feature was Harris's hat. If we conclude that Harris was there, the unknown person could be anyone. I have an extra bit of proof that Anton left by the front door. Quite the twist. Do tell. Do you remember the metal detector? The alarm went off twice from sentencing a weapon. We know it went off when Anton entered the store. Ash confirms this. However, he never heard the second alarm. But we know that Ash left before even Harris left. So the answer is simple. The second one happened as Anton left the store when Luna was the only person there. She didn't hear it because she is deaf. Then who did Harris meet in the alleyway? Questions that don't involve holding my client here. And need I remind you, you don't have proof he was even there. Just a claim that someone with a hat like my client's was there. Maybe if you had rushed to bring my client in so quickly, you would have noticed this sooner. She's right. We need a better reason to hold him here. I may have been in a bit of a rush, but there are too many loose threads here. Detective, what can we do? Miss Eubanks' theory requires both Harris and Anton weren't in the same room together. So let's start there. Mr. Newbuck, can you tell us what happened after the deal was settled?
Yes, ma'am.
Together with Anton.
As y'all know, Anton and I never met till last night. Far as I knew, he was just some fancy pants businessman. Nothing more. I've never been one for small talk, so I left after the meeting.
My client has won the bid. He had no motive to stay and talk with Anton. If Anton wanted to protest the bid, he would have gone straight to Luna. Detective, how are we supposed to disprove what Harris said? We need to think from the start. Anything for us to latch onto. Once we figure that out, we can get to the meat of this case. Something small. I might know what could work. Me question. So you never met him before? In person or online?
No, ma'am. I wasn't there in spitting range of him before last night.
That's quite a colorful way of putting it. Couldn't find any connections between Anton and Harris. Truth be told, we had trouble finding much info on Harris beyond the last few years. I think it's safe to say they only met last night. Mr. Newbuck, please continue. Didn't Luna tell you about a second buyer before last night? Wouldn't you want to know more about him before meeting him?
Oh, ma'am. Didn't think it was needed. I'm more charmed than a rabbit on a moonlit night. That's all I needed.
A smile like yours, I'm sure you can swoon all the lassies. Is this really what it takes to win a girl's heart? I don't see the appeal.
And where did you go after the meeting? I went home for a well-earned victory. I finally had the place of my dreams. Had a small celebration for a job well done. Friends and family were there.
If you need to verify what he said, I'm sure you can contact anyone at his party. It makes sense for him to leave the store immediately.
Not one for small talk.
Maybe it's this? Oh, okay. That's not completely true. There was one thing that happened before you left. Luna says that she saw you and Anton talking around the computer. That's quite the detail to leave out. I did see that Luna claimed to have seen them, but with all due respect, she didn't hear anything they said. And she didn't see them walk outside together. What they said isn't what I'm interested in. Mr. Newbuck, why were you talking to Anton near the computer?
We had a gentleman's talk. Nothing more.
That kind of defensive. It looks like we made progress. You won't tell us anything, then we'll answer it ourselves.
You're full of hogwash. How can you prove such a thing? Well, get on with it then.
Then I will. Here's why you were talking to Anton by the computer. What does seeing a flash drive? Oh, okay, so probably they're near the computer because the gun has a little USB dongle that you need to connect to a PC. So maybe it's this one, the flash drive. Anton would need a computer to show Harris. It was something on it he wanted you to see. Something you want to hide. Mr. Newbuck, is there something you would like to tell us? My client has no need to answer that question. But if Luna saw him with Anton, Harris was the last person to see Anton alive. She's right. He's truly innocent. And his account of seeing Anton is important to solving this case. We need Harris's statement. Fine, but I'll make it quick. Around a computer. Anton called me over to congratulate me on winning the bid. He was moved by my speech and on being able to become a small business owner. He said Eubank investors was going to withdraw from buying the store. Computer just happened to be there. Ain't got nothing to do with this. Oops, sorry. I just have to prove why. Is- What of the question? And he was being honest about withdrawing? It was true as the morning sun. Guess there isn't much to say. Oh man, need to figure out which one should I choose. Hmm. Is going to withdraw from buying the store? Let me question this. And he was being honest about withdrawing? It was true as the morning sun. So there isn't much else to say. Oh. Maybe this? Oh, okay. Your portrayal of Anton Chambers doesn't line up with the facts. Detective Hunt has been looking into Anton and found that he has been strong-arming business owners into selling to him. And one of the stores he was targeting was Nickel and Diamonds Antiques. Even if he lost the bid, he fully intended to get the store. Bank Investments has a long history of being an upfront and just company. Accusing the former president of such actions is slander. Red is willing to take his career on this. He says it's true. I'll stake this case on it. There's someone with the code name BIGHEN or Big Hen. He was aiming to strong arm. And Anton would have used any means to get the store. Then tell me who. Who is this Big Hen? And I want evidence to back it up. There's no backing out now. When I back up our theory, I have to figure out what the code means. There's only 4 options to choose from. Luna Hart. She is the deciding factor. Do I have any evidence to prove that she's Big Hen? Ash Smith. My dad. My dad may have not been the owner, but he has a lot of influence. Have any evidence to prove he's Big Hen? Harris Newbuck. He was his only competition for the store. Do I have any evidence to prove he's that? Oh my god. Justina Smith, could he have known any connection to the store? Do I have any evidence to prove I'm Big Hen? No, you have nothing to do with it. It has to be Newbuck. Let me see, which one? Hen. Harris Eden Newbuck. Oh, there we go. We got the proof. Mr. Newbuck, can you please tell us your full name? Harris Eden Newbuck. Eden's my pa's first name. Thank you, Mr. Newbuck. Or should I say, hen? What? Are you saying that Anton? Yes. Anton didn't talk to Harris to congratulate him. He was going to muscle him out of the deal.
Hush your mouth. Your story got a hole bigger than a dog's ass during the buffet. His code was Big Hen, and all you did was explain the ending part.
He's right. What does the big mean? That's half the code name. This might be a shot in the dark, but I have to pick something. Then I'll explain it. Here's what big stands for. Ah, there we go. Ben Ivan Goal. Mr. Newbuck, can you please tell us your full name?
I already told you. It's Harris Eden Newbuck.
Are you sure that's your name? Does Ben Ivan Goal ring a bell to you?
Where did you...
According to the news, Ben Ivan Goal escaped from prison almost 5 years ago. Soon, he will be declared dead if someone tips off the authorities about where to find him. That could be very bad. Are you claiming that Harris has been faking his identity for the past 5 years? All we would need to do is test his fingerprints to match what the police have on record for Ben Ivan Goal. Now, Mr. Newbuck, will you comply with our investigation? We're going to find out anyway. My name is Ben Ivan Goal, and I did escape from Azure City Penitentiary. I was born and raised in the Sunrise District. Everything from my past and to my accent was all lies. I was placed in jail 14 years ago when I was caught holding the goods from a robbery gone wrong. My co-robber shot and killed the police officer. Since they only caught me, they charged me for the shooting. My sentence was 30 years to life. During that time, I became a prison barber. It was like I truly found my calling in life. By the time I'd be free, if I'm lucky, most of my life would have gone by. With some connections and some luck, I managed to escape. I had to change my life and start from scratch, but it was worth it. Did some small job haircuts here and there, then finally made a name for myself. That's how I met Soul. When he passed away, I tried to get to the store he talked so highly about. To my shock, I won the bid, just as I was about to leave.
Mr. Newbuck, before you leave, may I have a moment?
I reckon I got a moment to spare.
A moment is all I need, Mr. Newbuck. Or should I call you Mr. Goal?
Did you say?
I'm not one to waste time, so please take a look at this computer. You wouldn't want this information to get into the hands of the police, now would you?
What do you want, partner?
Oh, nothing much. Just for you to drop your bid and let me buy this store.
How about we talk outside? Get some fresh air.
Fine by me.
That's how we ended up outside. You know, we have to ask, what happened in the alleyway? I begged him, anything but that. I needed the store. But he refused. I kept trying and trying. That's when he pulled his gun. But why did he pull his gun? Did you provoke him? He was trying to intimidate me. wanted to show that he had my life in his hands, but then aimed his gun upwards and fired, claimed it was a warning shot. But after he fired, Anton looked towards the alleyway entrance. I think he saw something. Then there was a loud sound, and I ran off while he was distracted. A loud sound? What was that? I don't know. I was too busy trying to escape. He was trying to fire one shot. He might have fired more. I swear, I didn't kill him. I don't know he died. I don't know how he died. Harris, you were the last person to see him alive. Who's this guy? This guy showed up in this chapter. His name is Harris. Well, actually, he isn't really Harris. His name is Ben, right? So he actually is a criminal who managed to escape from prison and changed his identity, and even changed like his entire personality in order to like not be found out. Yeah, it's pretty long. Do you expect us to believe that? My client wanted to hide his past. He had no motive to kill Anton Chambers. Anton knowing his secret is exactly the motive we need. Kill Anton and his secret doesn't get out. Then how did I do it? What did I use to shoot him? We still don't know anything about the murder weapon, aside from it likely being a gun. Let me explain why it couldn't be me. Not having a gun. The only thing I've confessed is to being blackmailed by Anton Chambers. The only thing I've confessed, I don't even own a gun to shoot him with. Even if I did own a gun, no one saw me with one. Ask Ash and Luna. They were there the whole time. If they didn't see me with one, then there's no way to prove I came in with one. I don't think so, pal, because remember, the what's it called? The security detector fired up twice. There is a way to know if you had a gun when you came into the store. The metal detector. It went off twice last night. You already know why. It's when Anton entered and left. But you just told us that he walked out the alleyway with you. How could he have triggered the alarm twice? Neither Luna nor Ash carry any guns, so it couldn't be them. Then how come Ash only heard it once? Need to answer this. There can only be one reason my dad didn't hear anything. I know why. Here's the only way Ash didn't hear the second alarm in the store. He was in the break room, and the sound was reduced. So it's definitely this. He was in the break room at the time. It's soundproof enough that the alarm wouldn't travel there. And what proof do you have that he was there? We can ask Luna and Ash where they were when Harris arrived. But when they confirm that, then we would know that Harris had brought a gun with him. He killed Anton in the alleyway and left his body there overnight. Keep telling you, I didn't kill nobody. Mr. Newbuck, please don't let her provoke you. I can't believe you're still defending him. He's clearly hiding something and we all know it. I'm defending him to find the murderer. In case you forgot, being in the alleyway isn't proof of murder. He killed your friend, got my dad as a suspect of murder, and you still defend him? You're acting no differently than you did the last two times. Justina, take a walk outside with me. Now. Mind telling me what happened? Sorry. Sorry isn't good enough. What happened? I got carried away. I shouldn't have gotten angry. Anger aside, you can't attack the lawyer. Miss Eubank is doing her job, and what you said crossed the line. I need you to act like a professional. I'll be professional. Listen, I get that this case is more personal than our previous cases together. I want you to stay, but one more outburst like that, and I will remove you. I understand. I'm sorry. If you want to apologize, do so to the two inside. Are you calm enough to go inside? Yeah, I am. Thanks, Sophie. Like I said, we're partners in there. I expect you to do the same if I act that way. Let's get back inside. Hold on, before you go. Miss Earl, did something happen? Before you two go back in there. There must be something I'm missing. I haven't proved Harris is the culprit, so there is a hole in their theory. But if he... No, Ferris, I can't give up on him. Doing so is what the true culprit wants. Miss Eubank? Oh, sorry. I was just thinking to myself, but we should be able to get you out of here soon. There's something that you should know. Let's not say it here. The walls have ears. What matters is, you haven't killed anyone. As long as that's true, I will get you out of here. But if I did, like not directly, but by... Sorry for the interruption. My partner just needed a moment to calm down. As for this interrogation, we contacted Luna and Ash at the store. They mentioned that Anton arrived first and was escorted to the break room. And when you arrived, only Luna was there to greet you. As it stands, my partner's theory still holds up. But Luna is deaf and couldn't hear it, meaning only my client can confirm if he did or didn't hear it. And right now, he is not going to answer that. I can't let him answer that, not until I figure out what happened. Detective, I know I lost my temper before, but give me another chance. I think I got it. Go ahead. Now's the time to go on the offensive. Find a flaw in her story and then smash it like a teapot. Detective's logic. What our witness saw. Our witness saw Anton and Harris in the alleyway around 7 p.m. Sunday night. They moved close to the small trash can and graffiti to talk about Harris dropping the bid. Anton pulled his gun on Harris as a means to threaten him. When our witness got scared and ran off, Harris pulled his gun out and shot Anton twice. After shooting him in the alleyway, Harris left the body there until my dad found it this morning. Agreeing with their witness won't get me anywhere. I have to dismantle Justina's theory. Oh, actually now we're playing as Ferris. Interesting POV switch. If their witness was honest, then Justina must have been forgetting something. It's a lot harder without anyone to bounce ideas off. Could use my own Justina. Let me think about this for a bit. Let's see. This is about the gun. Middle of the alleyway. What if it's this? Sorry, Justy, but you weren't paying attention. Hey, that's Detective Swift's nickname for me. I'll allow it. It's too good of a nickname for only myself. What's wrong with her theory? Remember the crime scene from this morning? The body was found in the center of the alleyway, not near the graffiti. Oh, I see. If Anton was shot and fell, his body would have been there where our witness saw them. Exactly. That's why Justina's theory doesn't work. But he could have shot Anton and moved the body. What matters is that he shot him. And what reason would he have? As far as he knew, no one was around. And if he wanted to hide the body, he would have pushed it into the dumpster. In fact, I think there's something else that happened by the art in the small trash can that would help explain this. Then go ahead. Here's what will tell us what happened next to the art in the small trash can. The confetti? Yeah, there it is. Confetti. You found some next to the trash can, right? Yeah, so? On its own, it doesn't mean anything. But when you combine it with this evidence, the confetti gives a whole new meaning. I guess it's the taser gun. We know exactly what happened. A taser was used in the exact spot your witness saw my client and Anton. But that doesn't show that Anton was hit with a taser, just that one was used. How do you know it was used on him? The answer was with us from the start. Here is how we know a taser was used on him. Oh yeah, the autopsy report, the preliminary report, right? He had 2 puncture wounds. He was shot, but he also had puncture wounds, so it could be done by the taser. According to the preliminary report, 2 puncture wounds were found on his chest, which I bet money matches the taser. All we need now is the autopsy report to confirm that. Once it's confirmed, that would prove that Harris didn't bring a gun. How does a taser prove that? Because my client will admit to triggering the detectors at the front of the saw. I will? He will? But doesn't that... The detector was triggered twice. Once from Anton's gun, and once by the taser Harris was holding. It might not be a gun, but its shape will cause it to trigger. We never tested it on gun-shaped items before. Well, Harris, do you confess to it? Yes, I did bring the taser. If I can bring it if you need it. Why would you have a taser? After escaping prison, I needed something to defend myself. You never know when someone would figure out my past and try to turn me in. Getting a taser off the black market was my best bet. Ownership of an unregistered taser is illegal. But let's worry about that later. Sorry, Harris. It was the only way. Now that we settled that, I request my client to be let go. He didn't bring a gun, therefore he couldn't have killed Anton. Sorry, we can't do that. While we were outside, we also got news from Sue. We got the autopsy report, It's not complete, but there is one detail that matters here. He was killed with his own gun. But what? And that means anyone with Anton's gun could kill him. And if he was stunned by Harris's taser, Harris could have taken the gun and finished the job. I'll update the report for you. Give it a read. What did I do? I just admitted my client carried a taser, and all it did was dig his own grave. Now he's as good as caught. All thanks to me. All that evidence I presented was a waste. And he was right to hate me. Everything she said was true. I'm sorry, Harris. I failed you. Most public defenders don't give their clients much time of day. Oftentimes, they're overworked and underpaid. How can they be expected to provide a good defense under those conditions? You fought for them better than anyone else could have. Sophie's right. I did fight for them. I told Harris that I believed him. And I still do. I'm not giving up now. Not until I'm out of options. Out of evidence, but I can attempt a gambit. That would be a clever trap, except that it helps because my client is innocent. It does? I don't see anything. I'll explain, but first tell me, how do you know my client did that? Simple. I'll give you the rundown with new information. Thank the gods that worked. Now the hard part, finding a flaw before they notice I was bluffing. Okay, before we actually continue this, I need to go to the restroom. I'll be right back.
Okay, I'm back. Let's continue. Stealing the gun. To set the scene, Anton pulled his gun on Harris. When Harris had the chance, he tased Anton. Anton then fell to the ground, which gave Harris time to steal his gun. That's when Harris shot Anton twice with his own gun. As he finished, he ran off with Anton's wallet, keys, gun, and flash drive. This version does make sense on the surface, but they forgot something very important. There's no one else in this room who's better at solving this than me. This isn't over, Harris. Not until I get you home safely. What else could be weird about that? Wait, she mentioned that she's the only one who can resolve it. Does it? Does it have to do with the statement she made? Oh, it's one bullet. That's right. Detective, I think you're forgetting what I told you today. Anton only carries one bullet in his gun. Even if my client shot him once, he couldn't do it again. You did say that, but we have no way verifying he did so last night. We can only conclude he had 2 bullets in his gun. I've known him for years. He wouldn't bring a second bullet. I refuse to believe that. Then why did our witness hear 2 shots? I already said he fired 1 shot in the air. That must have been the first shot. But if Miss Eubank is right and Anton only carries 1 bullet, that doesn't explain the second bullet. Oh, hey stranger, how you doing? And the answer is simple. A second bullet was never fired. But our witness said they heard 2 shots. This might be a shot in the dark, but I have to say it. Your witness only confirmed it was a second gunshot after you pressured them. That's why it's not in their official statement. You were leading your own witness. They were trying to run for their life, so they weren't giving it their full attention. In fact, my client even said he couldn't confirm what the second sound was. It's true. All I know was that it was loud and nearby. Oh, you completed the Oblivion story? Nice. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope it was good. And I will give you a chance to prove it. What was the loud sound our witness must have heard after the first gunshot? That was my day. It was fine. We're almost finishing case 4 in this game, so that's good. But yeah, it was fine. Could it be the soil? Oh wait, it's the potted plant. That's the sound. The second sound was never a bullet. It was Luna dropping the pot. Which she only dropped because she saw a shadow in the alleyway. And who was first, and who was leaving the alleyway after the first shot? None other than your witness. That's what your witness heard. Isn't your next stream gonna be Monster Hunter? Yes, it will be. It will be tomorrow. And yes, we will fight the Arc-Tempered Raydao in Wilds. That does make a bit of sense. It's not like she saw a ghost. Let me see if I can understand your timeline of events. First, Harris and Anton walk near the small trash can. Next, Anton pulls his guns and threatens Harris. Our witness hears the first gunshot from Anton firing upwards as a warning shot. They run off. Luna sees their shadow and drops the pot, and Anton gets distracted. And in the confusion, Harris tases Anton and runs off. Yes, that's more or less what I believe happened. I remember you did reach HR 50. Yeah, we did reach HR 50. We'll do our best.
Apparently people say it's a real fun fight, so I'm looking forward to it. Then there are still some threads we need to pull. If Harris didn't kill Anton, who did? Anton was shot by his own gun twice. Yet if you're correct, his gun would have been empty after that warning shot. How could he have been killed? It's not my job to figure that part out, only to get all the charges against my client dropped. This morning you claimed that this was a robbery case. Maybe that happened after my client ran off. Mr. Newbug, did you take Anton's gun, wallet, or flash drive after you tased him?
All I did was take his flash drive. He was going to blackmail me. I thought his flash drive might be something I could use. A blackmail Cold War.
Detective, I can't accept Miss Eubank's theory. Here's why it's flawed. I plan on playing Expedition 33 even though I don't like turn-based games. Maybe this one will be the first one I play and fully complete. Yeah, a lot of people say great things about Expedition 33. Maybe you might like it, who knows? The murder happened after the meeting ended at 7 p.m. Sunday night. That means he must have died right after the meeting ended. We know there is no one else in the alleyway besides our witness, Harris, and Anton. We found no proof of the third party entering the alleyway afterwards. And even if a third party was there, it wouldn't explain why his body was moved to the center of the alleyway. We're finally getting to the answer. I can feel it. The whole case has been built on the very idea he died in the alleyway after the meeting. But is that truly the case, or are we missing something obvious? Meeting ended at 7 p.m. That means he must have died right after the meeting ended. Hold on. It was between 7 and 9 p.m. That's 2 big hours. According to the autopsy report, he could have died as late as 9 p.m. I understand that these reports choose times that contain a certain amount of speculation, but even with a margin of error, he could have died much later. Detective, is she right? Our coroner, Rebecca Lamort, is an expert in this field. She would throw out that time frame lightly. We're finally near the answer. For everything we learned today, if Harris is innocent, it can only be one solution. After getting tased, here's what happened to Anton. The culprit was waiting outside the alleyway. The culprit was hiding behind the dumpster bin. No, that didn't exist. Anton shot at the... Why would he shoot himself? Yeah, I think he left the alleyway. My client was the culprit, and no one else was in the alleyway. There's only one answer. Anton must have gotten up after being tased and left. It's the only solution that makes sense. Then he didn't die in the alleyway. Your whole case is premised on the idea that Anton died in the alleyway immediately after the meeting. But I'll claim that this premise is faulty given that we know what we know now. Your theory throws out everything we know about his death. How did his body get in the alleyway? The true culprit knew about what happened in the alleyway. They killed Anton, then moved his body into the alleyway. The police would naturally think he died there. It was a setup so my client would take the fall. And what about the wallet and the gun? Why move those? The wallet must have been to make it seem like my client was trying to set up a robbery. But they needed to leave the gun. The gun and bullets allow anyone to be the killer. That's why both were found at the park. Then where did he die? Dying within 2 hours after the meeting means he could have been killed anywhere. I can't say for certain, but I do know where to start. There's one piece of evidence that can tell us where he might have gone. Here's our best bet to find out where Anton went. Anton's wallet was missing from his body. Contains your money, but his car keys is missing. Here's a parking ticket. Oh. Inside Anton's wallet, there's a parking ticket for Eubank Investments. There isn't a time, but it's dated for yesterday, so we now know for a fact he was there. It also means that his car was parked there at some point. Eubank Investments would be willing to cooperate with the police on this matter, but you will have to let my client go. Detective, what do you want to do? Miss Eubank, we will gladly take your offer. Does that mean you are no longer the prime suspect in this case? That said, you did have an unregistered taser on you. You will be charged with a misdemeanor and likely pay a fine. But I think we can all agree that's much better than murder. What about who I really am? I'm sorry, Harris, but... Detective, if I may, you told me in the alleyway that you wanted to help people. None of us truly know if Ben deserved this sentence, but he is trying to rebuild his life. Maybe it's not the proper way. Maybe he could have waited until his sentence was finished. But how will putting him behind bars help anyone? There's no excusing what he did, but there must be a way to help him. I'm sorry, Ferris. I do want to help, but I can't help him. Not like this. Can you change the punishment? Like, make him do community service? Community service isn't a replacement for what he did. Legally, the moment you escape prison, you are committing a crime. Those are 5 years of criminal activity that can't be ignored. Detective. The look in your eye tells me you don't want to. The detective inside me wants to follow the law, but my heart still feels guilty, like I'm tossing away your life. You may never have a life outside prison again. I wish I didn't have to do this. Let me save you the trouble. And just turn myself in. Harris, I'm sorry. Detective, can I have one last favor before I do so? Could you give Harris Newbuck a few hours to settle my affairs? I'll stay in the station. I just want to make a few calls before I do. After that, Ben Gore will turn himself in. I'll grant you a few hours. It's the best I can do. So please, make the most of that time. And with that, I believe we can bring this interrogation to a close. Ferris, thank you. You did better than anyone else I know. I know I'm a lousy defendant. I don't blame you if you want to walk away now. Anton was a dear friend of mine. Even if you didn't kill him, you still tased him. That said, you didn't kill him. You shouldn't take the blame for the true culprit. Just wish I could help you, Maul. I don't have the money to pay you now, but I promise to owe you someday. Might take a while since I have to go back to jail. How would we call it pro bono for now? If you want to pay me, how about a haircut on the house? I can wait until you get out of prison. When your whole family can come, there'll be free haircuts all around. But real quick, what made you take my case? Truth is, the detective wrote your statements down in the case file. The exact words were, I ain't got the heart for killing, even when I'm angry. Anyone could have said that and said they didn't do it, but your words felt more earnest. I just couldn't turn my back on you after reading that. Well, I'll be. Such a large faith in such a small molehill. A small molehill that turned out to be a mountain. I'll try to reach out to some attorneys I know. I'm sure someone better suited for this case can help you once you turn yourself in. I'm sorry, Detective. I was too reckless. I was sure he did it. Now we still don't know who killed Anton. You're right, but we can worry about that tomorrow. We didn't catch the killer, but we have a new lead. And if he didn't remain level-headed by the end, he might have not gotten that. Just wish Ben couldn't have gotten his dream. And if Ben didn't turn himself in, would you have done it? With a heavy heart, I would. Charging Annie for what she did was challenging enough. At least she can rebuild our life. But since he didn't commit murder, there's still a chance in the future. For now, we better find the one who tried to pin the crime on him. Nice work, you two. Sue got me caught up. He even told me you gave Ferris a bit of a prep talk in the alleyway. I lost faith in myself. I had friends who told me I have to trust myself. She looked like someone who needed that advice as well. Whoever that devilishly handsome person was, he was right to trust you. And Justina, I was also told of you losing your cool. Detective Swift didn't calm you down. Pushing a witness hard could lead to being fired. I know it's easy to get caught up with the moment, but taking a step back is important. Yes, sir. I'll do better next time. But anyway, we still don't know who the killer is. We barely know more than we did at the start of today. I think it's best to sleep on it tonight. We don't want to overwork a single case. He's right. It's getting late, so we can start investigating tomorrow. Fair enough. It's been a long day. I had to stay in the office for a couple of hours to catch up on my work. I didn't finish, but at least I did enough to keep my job. And the next day, that was certainly a day I wouldn't forget. End of case 4. Wow, we actually finished the entire case in one stream. Nice. Pretty good. Wow, I'm actually surprised that we actually had a little bit of a POV shift by being Ferris instead of Justina. But yeah, I almost thought that Anton was going to be the main antagonist, but it turns out that he got shot. I'm guessing that in the end it might probably be Owen after all. But we'll see. But yeah, I guess that is all for Paper Perjury for tonight. Guys, thank you all for watching, either live or via the archives. As said earlier, tomorrow we'll be playing some Monster Hunter Wilds, and we'll be checking out the latest update, where we get to fight Arc-Tempered Ray Dow, who's apparently a bit more of a challenge than the usual Ray Dow. So I'm actually interested in seeing how that game and how that boss or how that monster would work. We might have an extra friend joining us tomorrow, so please look forward to that. It'll be their first time being on stream, so I'm pretty excited to have them join the hunt with us. All right, before I go, let's do the usual. Let's find someone to raid before we call it a night. Let's go on Twitch. Let's see who we have. Can we see anyone who is playing a visual novel? Let's see. Hmm. I can't find anyone playing a visual novel. Hmm. Maybe. Well, because they actually raided us several times. Let's send you guys over to Kiska. Yeah, they are playing Trails of Cold Steel. Ooh. That's very well known and well, at least it's well known amongst like hardcore RPG fans. All right, we're probably gonna have to call it here, like I said earlier. Guys, hope you all have a great night, evening, or afternoon, and I will see you guys very, very soon. Bye-bye.